Paraceratherium, the hornless rhino that rewrote the rules of size. Imagine a giraffe, but built like a tank. Now add 4 tons. That's Paraceratherium. Standing over 5 meters tall at the shoulder and weighing up to 17 tons, this beast was one of the largest land mammals to ever walk the earth. No horns, no armor, just pure, impossible mass. It roamed Central Asia 25 million years ago, browsing treetops like a living crane. Its legs were thick as tree trunks, its neck stretched toward canopies most animals could only dream of reaching. And here's the twist. It didn't need to fight. Nothing hunted it. Nothing challenged it. Size was its only defense, and it was more than enough. But it wasn't the heaviest. That title belongs to Paleoloxodon pneumaticus, the Asian straight-tusked elephant, a mammoth relative weighing up to 22 tons. Still, Paraceratherium ruled its world. Then climate shifted, forests thinned, and the giant vanished. The throne sat empty. Until millions of years earlier, something even larger had already claimed it. Argentinosaurus, a dinosaur so massive it defies comprehension. Over 30 meters long, nearly 100 tons. That's the weight of 14 elephants fused into one walking mountain. Discovered in Argentina in the 1990s, only fragments remain. Massive vertebrae the size of dinner tables, a tibia thick as a tree trunk. No complete femur was ever found, though the bones we have tell a story of biological extremes. To support that weight, Argentinosaurus needed hollow bones, air-filled like a bird skeleton. Its heart had to pump blood upward through a neck that stretched 10 meters into the sky. Every step was a small earthquake. Every breath moved air through lungs the size of cars. It was a living contradiction, too big to exist, yet it did. For millions of years, sauropods like Argentinosaurus ruled, turning vegetation into body mass at a scale never repeated. Then came the asteroid. 66 million years ago, the age of giants ended. But one lineage survived, and today it still walks among us. The African bush elephant, the largest land animal alive. Not the biggest ever, but the biggest now. Bulls can reach 6 tons, stand 4 meters tall, and carry tusks weighing over 100 kilograms each. That's more mass than most cars. But size is only part of the story. Elephants are intelligent, emotional, strategic. They remember droughts from decades past, mourn their dead, and communicate through infrasound, vibrations too low for humans to hear. Their trunks are masterpieces of evolution, containing roughly 150,000 individual muscle units, strong enough to uproot trees, delicate enough to pluck a single leaf. Yet despite their dominance, they're vulnerable. Poaching, habitat loss, and human expansion have pushed them to the edge. The giant that survived extinction now faces a new threat. Us. But giants aren't always what you expect. Sometimes they're bizarre. Sometimes they're nightmares wrapped in feathers and claws. Therizinosaurus, the dinosaur that looks like a mistake. Picture this, a body stretching nearly 10 meters long, taller than a T-Rex, but far lighter, maybe 5 tons at most. A tiny head, a pot belly, and claws nearly a meter long, not for hunting, for reaching. Therizinosaurus was a herbivore, a gentle giant armed like a slasher villain. Those claws weren't weapons of war. They were tools for pulling down branches, stripping leaves, and maybe, just maybe, scaring off predators dumb enough to try. It lived in late Cretaceous Mongolia, waddling through forests on thick pillar-like legs. Slow, awkward, absurd. And yet, it survived. Because sometimes being too weird to fight is better than being too weak to run. But even weirder giants existed. Not in the age of dinosaurs, but long after. In the age of ice and megafauna, when mammals grew enormous and evolution got creative. Megatherium, a sloth the size of an elephant. Yes, a sloth. The same family tree that gave us the slow, sleepy tree huggers of today once produced a 4-ton colossus. Stretching 6 meters from snout to tail, it could rear up on its hind legs to a height of nearly 4 meters. Claws like daggers, a reach that could strip an entire tree bare in minutes. It lived across South America until about 10,000 years ago, alongside humans who likely hunted it into extinction. Unlike modern sloths, Megatherium didn't climb. It didn't need to. It just stood up and pulled the trees down to its level. Efficient, terrifying, and proof that evolution doesn't follow expectations. It builds giants wherever it needs them, land, sea, and even sky. Because some of the heaviest creatures to ever walk the earth weren't mammals or reptiles. They were birds. Apiornis, the elephant bird. A creature so large it feels stolen from mythology. Standing 3 meters tall and weighing over 500 kilograms, it was the heaviest bird to ever exist. Flightless, slow, and built like a feathered tank. But the real shock? Its eggs. Each one weighed up to 10 kilograms, over 150 times larger than a chicken egg. Imagine cracking one open for breakfast. You'd feed a village. Apiornis lived on Madagascar, isolated from predators for millions of years. No lions, no wolves, just endless forests and zero threats, until humans arrived over 2,000 years ago. But the giant didn't vanish overnight. Elephant birds and humans coexisted for nearly a millennium before the birds finally disappeared around 1000 to 1200 AD. Hunted, their habitats destroyed, erased. A giant reduced to fragments and folklore. But Madagascar wasn't the only island hiding lost colossi. Across the ocean in Australia, something even stranger roamed the outback. Diprotodon, the wombat that forgot to stop growing. The largest marsupial in history, weighing 3 tons and stretching 3 meters long. Imagine a rhino-sized wombat with a nose like a tapir and feet built for digging. It grazed across Australia for over 1 million years, shaping ecosystems, carving paths through forests, living peacefully in a land of giants. Then, about 45,000 years ago, it vanished. Climate change, human hunting, or both? The debate continues. But the result is the same. Australia's megafauna collapsed. What remains are bones, cave paintings, and the knowledge that giants once ruled a land now dominated by smaller survivors. But not all giants fell quietly. Some left behind mysteries that still haunt paleontology. Deinotherium, the elephant that evolution designed backwards. Tusks that curved downward from the lower jaw, not upward like modern elephants. A design so strange, scientists are still debating what they were for. Digging? Stripping bark? Intimidation? No one knows. What we do know, Deinotherium was massive, 4 meters tall, 10 tons, roaming Europe, Asia, and Africa for over 20 million years. It thrived while other giants fell, adapted, survived, evolved. Then, around 1 million years ago, it vanished. No drama, no catastrophe. It just faded, like most giants do, because that's the pattern. Rise, dominate, disappear. Whether by asteroid, climate, or competition, giants never last. Coming up next, every wolf type explained in 9 minutes. One species, many deadly adaptations. Please subscribe.